Okay, so let's dive in. There's this term, it gets thrown around all the time in crypto circles, and you've probably heard, maybe you're wondering about it. Altcoin season. Is it here? Are we in it? Lots of chatter. So our mission today is really to cut through that noise. We've got the sources. Let's use them to get a clear, data-driven answer. Is it altcoin season right now?
Yeah, absolutely. And there is a lot of curiosity. You're right. What's great is these sources give us really specific current data. We're looking at info right up to July 23rd, 2025.
Oh, wait, very current then.
Exactly. So the goal is to use the main indices, the definitions, and give you some real clarity.
Perfect. All right, so before we jump into the right now, maybe let's just level set. For anyone listening, maybe they've heard the term, maybe they think they know.
Yeah.
What exactly is an altcoin season? What does it actually mean for the market?
Right, good place to start. So basically, a true altcoin season isn't just a couple of coins doing well.
Yeah.
It's characterized by broad, pretty rapid price gains across most altcoins, so coins that aren't Bitcoin. Okay.
And we're often talking about the bigger ones, the large cap alts really participating. It's a widespread thing.
Not just some random small cap pumps then.
Exactly. And there's a common benchmark for this used by the indices. Generally, it's defined as 75 out of the top 100 cryptocurrencies performing better than Bitcoin over the last 90 days.
75%. Okay, that's a high bar.
It is. It signifies, a really broad shift in market momentum away from Bitcoin and into the wider altcoin market.
Got it. Okay, so definition clear. Now for the million-dollar question, right? What do our sources, this data from July 23rd, 2025, tell us about now? Are we there? Is it altcoin season?
And the answer, pretty unequivocally, based on the data from the main indices, is no.
Yeah, okay.
It is not altcoin season right now. In fact, most of these indicators are suggesting it's still very much Bitcoin season, or, well, at the very least, altcoins are not broadly outperforming Bitcoin over that critical 90-day period.
Right, so the data says no. Let's get into the specifics then. What are the actual numbers telling us? You mentioned indices. Yeah, so let's look at a couple of key ones highlighted in the sources. The Bitget Altcoin Season Index, for example, it's showing only 38 out of the top 100 altcoins have outperformed Bitcoin in the last 90 days.
Okay, 38, that's way off the 75 mark.
Way off, yeah, significantly below. And then there's the Blockchain Center Index. It's even more direct. It literally states it is not altcoin season, and its index value is sitting at 53.
53. Still needs to get to 75 or higher for that official status.
Exactly. So numerically, it's just not there.
Okay, so the index numbers are pretty stark. But beyond just the numbers on those specific indices, what other market conditions or indicators back this up? What else tells us we're not in that broad shift?
Well, a few things. Obviously, the index values themselves being low is the primary signal, but also Bitcoin dominance.
Ah, right. BTC dominance.
Yeah, it's remained relatively strong. We haven't seen that really significant rotation of capital out of Bitcoin and flooding into altcoins across the board. That's a key characteristic of a real alt season. And what's kind of fascinating here is you will see individual altcoins having strong runs, maybe for a week, maybe longer. You might see certain narratives or sectors get hot for a bit.
Sure, that happens all the time.
Right, but those isolated or short-term rallies, they just don't meet the criteria. It needs to be much more widespread, much more sustained across the market for it to be labeled an actual season.
Yeah, that makes sense. It really highlights the difference between a local heat wave and actual summer arriving everywhere. It's not just flicking a switch, is it?
Not at all. It's a broader market state.
Okay. So given that it's not altcoin season now, but things in crypto can change fast, are there caveats, things we need to keep in mind about how these seasons work, or how quickly that status could maybe flip?
Oh, absolutely. That's a really important point. The status can change, and sometimes quite quickly. Big macroeconomic news could shift sentiment, or a major move in Bitcoin's price up or down actually could trigger changes. Market sentiment itself is fickle. But here's the thing, right? A really crucial point to understand, and maybe a bit counterintuitive for some. By the time these indices officially declare altcoin season, when they finally cross that 75 threshold, often a lot of the really big gains, especially in the larger altcoins, might have already happened.
Ah, so the indicator is lagging behind the prime opportunity, in a way.
To some extent, yes. It's confirming a trend that's already been building, sometimes for weeks. So waiting for the official signal might mean you've missed a significant part of the move.
Yeah, that's a really powerful insight. It's like waiting for the weather report to tell you it's raining when you're already soaked.
Yeah, something like that.
So, okay, what does this mean for you, the listener, trying to make sense of the market now? How should you sort of interpret these signals, knowing they might lag?
Well, the bottom line, just to reiterate, based on all the current data and the definitions we use, as of July 23rd, 2025, the market is not in an altcoin season.
Clear message.
The data is pretty unambiguous right now.
So you've heard it. Straight from the data, straight from the indices. It paints a clear picture of where things stand at this moment.
And maybe this leaves you with an interesting thought to mull over, right? Given what we just discussed, that many of the biggest gains might already be in the rearview mirror by the time altcoin season gets that official stamp.
Yeah.
What does that imply? How might you think about using or interpreting these season indicators, not just for today, but maybe for understanding future market dynamics, or even, informing your own personal approach? It kind of encourages a deeper look beyond just the headline number.